welcome to the stream. We will get going in a moment or two. Just enjoy that wonderful London Philharmonic Orchestra. Might be a lie. I heard that it was. Thank you for joining. If it's your first time here, this is the Sober Stream. Day 7. Might be the final day for a while. So thinking about reevaluating. Not sure yet. Not sure. But yeah, 7 days in a row was the goal. And then I was going to think about where to take it if it was successful. And it has been a successful week of streams. Really, really helpful for me. But I do have to think about what to do next. So, let's start the game. Bright white screen of Genshin Impact. Alright. These guys again. Oh yeah, this is where I left it off yesterday. Don't mess. That's where we left yesterday. Don't mess. Don't mess with the 18. So, yeah, it's day 5 of, day 5, what am I talking about? Day 7 of the Sober Stream, and I'm really happy it's gone this far. The people that have viewed this week have kept me coming back each day. I'm expecting a lower turnout today because actually I should be playing football, but I'm not at the moment because I'm feeling a bit unwell still after COVID, so I'm not playing football, but a lot of the people that actually attend the stream are. So I expect it to go quieter stream tonight, but thank you if you are here. I do appreciate that. The agenda tonight is I talked a lot today with my man about addiction and the 6 months up until now, and in the 6 months before that, because I've been getting help with this for coming up to a year, and he believes that the next step is meetings, me to actually go to meetings and talk to other people that are in the same position as me. And I do recognise that as being the next step because I've heard his anecdotes, he's heard my anecdotes. I've shared a lot of those anecdotes on here actually, and that's been really, really therapeutic for me. And what he was explaining to me is that actually if I share, that is part of the healing process, that is how you recover, that is how you become a valuable member of society, once again, because I always was. And I actually like to make it quite clear actually at this point that I was very, very good at hiding my illness. Very, very good. Still am. I don't think if you spoke to me you'd know that any of this was the truth. And you might struggle to believe it. But all I can say is that it's definitely true. It's the way that I feel. But the reason I say people would struggle to believe what I've been saying over the last 7 days, people would struggle to believe it is because I went to work every day. I did my job to a very, very high standard, as many people who know me would agree. I never let it affect my work in any way. I actually had a handle on drinking in the week. I wouldn't really do it because I do have a moral code, and my moral code prevented me from letting my illness affect my working day. Now, the reason I'm here and I'm talking about this now, welcome if you are just joining the stream, Irashima say, as Japanese people don't say it like that. I'm probably even pronouncing it wrong, but I believe that is welcome, as if you're being welcome to a shop. And I am trying to peddle a product here myself, and my recovery. But as I was saying, a lot of people wouldn't know or have known that I'm in the position that I'm in, or was in the position that I was in, because I was still a responsible person. But I've talked a little bit about addiction, alcoholism being a progressive illness, and what I could see from what was happening in my private life and in the relationships with my family and my friends is that it could have got a whole, and it can get a whole lot worse. It will get a whole lot worse if I don't continue to do things like this, which is to talk openly about where I am and be honest with everybody about who I am and why I don't drink. So I think that's kind of part of what I wanted to say today, really. And the idea of the next step being meetings, and me being quite resistant as far as my therapist is concerned. I'm quite resistant to going to meetings. I think part of the reason I'm still quite resistant is I'm still concerned about people fully understanding who I am. I'm still got those little pangs of worry about stigma that comes with it. People getting the wrong idea, believing that, I'm a danger, a bad influence, some willful bad behaviour makes me an awful person, not fit to be a member of society, all those things that go with this admittance that I am making publicly are sort of like the fears that are there inside me now. It's quite a heavy start to the stream. It's been quite light-hearted the last couple of days, actually. I've been really enjoyed it. It's been very therapeutic. I've liked sharing my progress. And I think hitting day 7, there's even more reflection. And having talked to my therapist today, I think there is even more reflection to be done. That's why I perhaps have to reevaluate. But 7 days, I'm pleased. 7 days, very, very pleased with what has happened so far. Prof, thanks for joining again. It's really nice seeing you and your comments every night this week when you've been here. This has been great. You're already putting yourself out there and being very open. I think you already have the strength to keep going. And thanks, Wolbeard, for seconding that. And yeah, I'm not doubting that I have the strength to keep going. That I definitely do have. I definitely have that strength to keep going, 100%. Not doubting that at all. My concern is perhaps with the message itself and the stigma that goes with it. And it's strange how 7 days of talking about it, at the beginning of these 7 days, I wasn't worried about that at all. I was 100% that this was the right thing to do. This was the right way to make progress. I'm just got those seeds of doubt. What happens if someone walks down the street and goes, that guy's an alcoholic, because I've seen him on Twitch talking about it. What a loser. Or worse, if they punch me. You're an alcoholic, mate. We don't like your type around here. Eat the good give! Natural progression there, obviously. Then they are the loser. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Dandini. Appreciate that, man. And that is the truth, and that is what I know. I do know that, but I don't know. It's an odd animal. I'm just wrestling with it at the moment, that's all. And I've been very honest on here, and the only way for me to truly recover is to be open and honest. And I'm just being honest with you guys again. I've been here all week. Right, let's do a little bit of this. And what have we got today? I've not been on here at all today. Ceaseless training. Find Asakura, who issued the commission. Oh yeah, I think I know what that is. Felonious floaters, full speed ahead. Oh god, another final destination. I'm so terrible at those. Crackling prices. Right, let's go for felonious floaters. Sounds like the toilet, doesn't it? I assure you it's not. Alright, back to Inazuma. Densha train. Oh look, I didn't expect it to be there actually. Boom, 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 boom. Right, felonious floaters. I don't think this is the... depends what kind of floaters I get. Definitely no Anemo. Anemo? I find it hard to say that. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be cryo floaters up here. I don't think they're going to be cryo or electro floaters. I think that this thing will work. There's one there. Anemo. There's another one there. Yeah, this is alright. Okay. I'm really disappointed as well that I'm having these doubts, these self-doubts about what this stream is about, because I've had some really good ideas for games that I can stream. That Sifu game that I'm well, partially afraid of anyway. I think would be really good for a stream. Can't use Zhonga against these guys, they're immune to him. Would be really good for a stream, and I think it would be quite entertaining, because I'd be rubbish at it. And it'd be really frustrating. I think that would make good TV. So I've had a lot of good ideas, and I said yesterday at the end of the stream I've got a new laptop. I have got a new laptop, it has arrived, but you'll notice that I'm still streaming directly through the PlayStation 5 today. That's because it only just came about a couple of hours ago. I haven't had time to look at it or set it up or anything like that, but it looks pretty ace. It looks pretty good, and I'm going to have a play around with that tomorrow. It's Good Friday tomorrow. If your chosen religion is Christianity, that is important to you. Now, I'm not religious in any way, but I do believe in a higher power. I do believe there is something in this world that is greater than my being. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Because that higher power either exists or it doesn't. There's no maybe, is there? There's no maybe. It either does or it doesn't, and it does. It does exist, as far as I'm concerned. And it gives me power to be a better person, a better human being. Let's have a look at the comments. Re-downloaded Subnautica again recently. Think that would be great to see. I don't know Subnautica. Neither does Wallbeard. Prof. Dandini, can you elaborate on Subnautica for us a little bit? Maybe that's our ignorance there, but it'd be great if we could get a little bit of interest in what that is. And Wallbeard says, you're in the recovery process and you've shown you're making the effort to change. 6 months sober is incredible. Yes, it is. I think one of my points that I'm worrying about is that those 6 months sober is incredible. It's those people that go, hang on, 6 months sober. So over 6 months ago, you were still an alcoholic and you were still drinking. How does that work? How could you do your job properly? How could you be a reputable member of society? And that's put a little bit of doubt in my mind that this isn't the best way to recover. Now, doesn't mean that this hasn't been very, very good for me. I've had, my energy levels have been up. I felt like there's an absolute purpose to my existence, that I'm doing a lot of good for a lot of people and myself by doing this week. But it may be that I just put it on hold for a bit. That's all. just while I rethink and reevaluate and think about the best way to do things, because I've been super open and honest. I've not pulled any punches, and that's the way I want to be. Ultimately, if I can't do that, if I can't be absolutely honest, if I have to check what I'm saying, and if I have to put in disclaimers and caveats and all that kind of stuff whilst I'm streaming, there's no point to it. It becomes completely pointless. It becomes an act of futility. I have to be able to be completely honest, otherwise it doesn't work. Full speed ahead. I really hate these full speed ahead ones. Come on, let's be an easy one. This one is alright, I think. Stand on the disc and run. Boom. Get extra time for that. Oh, she can't go up steps for that. Boom. Let's get a little piece of this and we go. Well, that is overkill on them. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I told you I'm terrible at these. Get distracted by hurting those slimes. Boom. At least you get more time. Oh, look, there's the end. No! Oh my gosh, no. Wow. If anybody who plays Genshin Impact for a living, or anybody who plays Genshin Impact a lot, just saw that, then they would just go, well, this guy's lame, isn't he? Absolutely lame. Totally rubbish at the game. I don't know what accent that is, it's a little bit. Not Mancunian, it's somewhere else. Maybe Cheshire. It's a bit softer, isn't it? Anywho, let's move on. Von, you can't change what other people think, so what if they think that? You keep going with whatever is working, yeah. And if the world were a simple place, that is what I would do. But the world is not simple, and other people's thoughts can be quite detrimental. And actually, groups of people all together can be really, really powerful and scary. And I do have to think about that. I do have to think about it seriously. I mean, it'd be easy just to go, be absolutely bloody minded and just go, no, I'm doing what I want to do. To hell with everything. Let's just rinse these Ronin. Boom! No crit. Need to on your head. Look at this guy, he's frozen. And now he's dead. Yeah, I think I'm talking about. I think the energy's gone out of me a little bit during tonight's stream. I apologise for that. For those of you who've been here all week, I'm really, really pleased. And I think what you've seen, perhaps, as the streams have gone on, is I've gained more confidence and gained more energy. And I think I've just had it sucked out of me a little bit today. And I apologise for that. Process, I second that. It is helping you. I think it's great. Clearly understand the wobble feeling because you put everything out there, but I think you are smashing it. Thanks very much, man. And I do appreciate that a lot. Really appreciate that, in fact. I think it gives me confidence. It gives me confidence. And actually, maybe I'm just having an off day. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It's probably because that laptop didn't turn up until a couple of hours ago. I was expecting it early in the day and I was going to like play around with it and loads of really good ideas. And yeah, maybe it was that. Maybe it was that. I need to just live in the moment now. I'm doing this. And that is part of recovery as well. Try and be now. Whatever you've chosen to do it wholeheartedly. Don't think about tomorrow, don't think about yesterday. That's really hard work. Not thinking about yesterday, not thinking about tomorrow is really, really hard work. I just have to think about today. And actually, I think setting up the stream and doing it is me just thinking about now, because it's what's right for me now. And if I think too much about next week and the week after and the week after that, then everything comes crashing down around me, and that is what's happening right now. Thank you for helping me come to terms with that, guys, that are helping me in the chat. Because it's about talking it out.
Yep.
And I am thinking about things that haven't happened yet. I am catastrophizing.
Yep.
I'm 100% catastrophizing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think some of you probably don't even know you've done anything, but it's just helping me get to the point in thought of where I should actually be. Right, Crackling Crisis. Where is Crackling Crisis? It's over here. Let's change the team a little bit. Let's have a different team of players. Should we get a little Zhao involved? No, let's not. Let's get Hu Tao involved. I love Hu Tao. She is one of my favourite characters on the game. Look, not just because she sort of turns into butterflies. There is still, look at that on the map there, top left. Can you see that? That little sort of star symbol, the one on the right, sort of middle of the thing. I'm just pointing at it now. My character's pointing at it now. I should have collected that. I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. I could just look it up on the internet. I could look it up. I could Google it, how to get that. Electroculus is what it's called. But I haven't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's an old meme. It's an old meme. An old meme of a lady. Went downstairs to get a cold pop. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm definitely out of sorts, I have to say. I'm making wrong moves, doing wrong things. Okay. So yeah, I mean, and that's why I think when I was talking to my therapist today and I was reluctant to go to meetings or showing some resistance towards going to meetings, I think that is all that's on my mind. Because if I were to go to a meeting in the town where I live, chances are I'm going to see someone I know there. Chances are someone who knows me is there, because actually there is more people going through this than you ever realise. And when the only way to get through it and improve is to talk to other people and go to meetings and speak to other people about it, then you're going to come across people that you know, because there's only that many pubs in a town. I've probably drunk with those people. Probably been drunk with those people. And if there's anybody at the same point in their life where they're going to meetings and looking for help and in recovery, then it's likely that I'll see someone I know there. And then myself is reflected in them. And that reflection is scary, because you have to actually look at it and you have to go, oh yeah, I've been hammered with you before. I've been drinking with you before, man. And now we're both here, eating some biscuits and having some tea, because that's what we want to do. Giving ourselves over. Admitted that we're powerless and our lives have become unmanageable. That living in the now thing that I was talking about as well. Sorry, it's quite sudden, wasn't it? That living in the now thing is unmanageability as well. If you are constantly thinking about the future, constantly thinking about the past, that's unmanageable. You can't do it. The people that are most comfortable, most happy, most well adjusted are the people that are now, that are there, centered in what they are doing currently at this moment. Whatever it is. Singing. Yeah. Something to think about. Low numbers, that's fine. Those are really low numbers. Oh, this guy. Yeah, you're an idiot, man. Yeah. Not the smoothest of gameplay there, I'm afraid, but still alright. It's just a totally different team to play with. It's just that's why this game is so enjoyable. Like a swap from that Ayaka team that does so much damage in such a way, but I have to play this team that does a lot of damage as well. I have to play them in a completely different way. It's cool. Very cool. Right, we've got one more to do. One more to do. It is the sort of story mission. It's not a proper one. It's not like yesterday where we went and helped that girl dye her kimonos. This one is actually, you have to fight this guy. I might get to do a silly voice though, which always cheers me up. Boom. Right, let's go. Hey, dude. Straight Lance. Straight line. Ha! I'm here to spar again. Come for the chat, stay for the voices. Yeah. I feel like this guy's a soldier, so... Oh, it's you! Did you take my commission again? Much obliged. It's truly great to have someone as formidable as you to practice with me. Your skill with the lance has improved a lot. Haha, you jest too much. From what I've heard, one of the reasons why the lance was invented was that it allows someone who doesn't really know how to wield a weapon, such as myself, to fight with ease. I'm trying to sound like a sergeant major, I think. After all, this type of weapon is long and sharp. Even if the wielder doesn't know how to use it, simply stabbing and swinging with it at least appears strong. However, by this rule, I actually think the Humble Garden Fork, with its 3 sharp tips, has greater power. Well, that's all for chit-chat. I don't believe that I should be wasting your time. Okay, let's start. Straight to the point. No problem. Do watch yourself. Oh, this guy's just going to get rinsed. Please don't give me back. Hold back. Oh. Yeah, I'm a lot better than him. Your skills are truly far above mine. I'll hold back next time. No, please use all your strength. Without practice, I won't go further. Given your great strength, you must have gone through much training. Forgive me for being blunt, but I am really curious about how you have trained yourself. A great wolf aids me in practicing my martial arts. It does actually. I don't fight that wolf much anymore. That sounds truly brave. I really wish I could see you and the great wolf fighting against each other. It's nothing special. Ha ha ha, is that so? Then I guess you must be really gifted then. Thank you for sparring with me. I will remember what you have taught me. Please take these as compensation. Wonderful. I hope you liked my Sergeant Major voice. Obviously he's Japanese and would not talk like that at all. But I don't care. Right, let's go and collect. Where are we at? About half an hour in. Might keep it a bit shorter tonight, I think, just because I'm feeling a little bit at a crossroads. But we'll keep going as long as there's people watching. Thank you if you are here. Hope you enjoyed my entertaining voice there. Let's do the expedition thing. We do this every day. Some sunsettias and sweet flowers, and then we set her off again. Off you go for 15 hours. Some lotus heads and matsutake mushrooms. Off you go for 15 hours. Some white iron chunks and some crystal chunks. And off you go for longer. For 20 hours. Some white iron chunks and crystal chunks. They are very valuable. I do need those. And off you go for 15 hours. Some raw meat and fowl. And off you go for 15 hours. Okay. Right, what else haven't I done? Okay, so I need to... Oh, have I got the crystal flies to do this? No, I have not. So I need to go and collect 4 crystal flies. I'm going to go all the way back to Mondstadt and go here. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go down here and catch a couple in here as well. Oh, what? No, it's raining. Absolute stitch up. Right, back here then. There's a whole bunch. Actually, no. I'm going to go here. Just don't come here very often. Which is quite nice, really. There's one. Look, I'm going to have to jump for it. Don't fly away. You. I should really collect a load for tomorrow so I don't have to do this again. It's quite boring, isn't it, watching me jump for these crystal flies, but collect these wind wheel asters as well. Right. And away, here we go. So what I need to do is exchange. This is Mondstadt. I wonder if I've brought you guys here before. Look at that windmill. Isn't it wonderful? Look at these housing. Based on Germany, I believe. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's the old Zhao Germain, as I'm calling it now. And yesterday, my bag kept getting full of all the artifacts. So actually, I think what I need to do is boost some of the Zhao artifacts. If I've got a good one that I can boost, I will do that so that I don't get a full bag. Yeah, I think I've pretty much said everything that I need to say about recovery today. I don't know whether this will be the final stream for now. I may cut it down a little bit. I need to do a little bit more soul searching, I think. It's just bothered me a little bit, and I wish it hadn't. But it's just in my head. But I do believe that this is a powerful thing, a good thing, something that I do that is unique. Got to go do sports now. See you tomorrow, maybe. Thanks, Warbeard, for joining. Yeah, you're going to play football. I wish I was playing football. But I am... yeah, no, there won't be a stream tomorrow, just so you know. There's no stream tomorrow, Friday, because I'm going to set up the laptop. So I'm not going to do a stream tomorrow. Definitely. But it may not be because I've quit doing it. It will probably be because I already scheduled not to do one tomorrow. So there won't be a stream tomorrow, just whilst I'm on that. So there won't be a stream tomorrow, but hopefully I'll be back on Saturday. Might be a different time on Saturday. So just keep your notifications posted. And yeah, we'll see where we go. But yeah, so I'm going to boost these some Zhao artifacts, because some of you that were here yesterday saw me get that wonderful crit damage circlet. So I do need to boost that, because I mean, who knows how long it's going to be before I get another crit damage circlet, one that's better. Might be today, but even so, if I boost that one, I can then use that one to boost the others. It's all gibberish if you don't play Genshin Impact, but you'll know exactly what I'm talking about if you play Genshin Impact. But I may have some other artifacts that might be useful for him. So let's stick him in the party. There he is. The little dude with the green hair. Here he is. And now I'm not in a position where I can change his swap his artifacts out yet, but what I might have is some decent ones here. Like, that is awesome. Look at that. So it's only that HP stat that worries me. I've already boosted it to 12. Have I got anything slightly better? No, so I've already boosted this. Actually, yeah, I've already boosted this to 12. It's rolled crit rate once and HP twice by the looks of things. That's annoying. So do I keep boosting that? Possibly. I think I do. I think that'd be a good idea. And then I've got these. I've rolled that one by the looks of things. Yeah, nothing here is jumping out at me as being Sans. Yeah, this was the one I didn't have anything that good. That will be worth having a look at, though. That, oh, no, that's HP. That's HP. No, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. So that one might be worth having a look at. And I've obviously got the crit damage thing. Actually, let's boost this one and see if we can roll a decent 4th stat. So, plus it frees up some space. Right, so when this hits 4 plus 4, it will get another stat. Ideally, what you want when you go in the domains is that you want a stat that a artifact that comes with 4 stats on it straight away, so that every time you boost it, one of the stats is boosting. So what you're trying to do is find an artifact where it's got the main stat that you want, like crit damage, and then it's got desirable substats like attack, energy recharge, crit rate, those kinds of things. If it hasn't got those things like this, and it's only got 3 stats on it, you've got a chance to roll a stat. So if this rolls crit rate, that's what I want. I want this to roll crit rate when I add to this. So this is what we want. Fingers crossed. Come on, crit rate, 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 crit rate. No, HP, which is rubbish. So I'm not going to put any more into that. Plus that got a massive boost then by accident. RNG again. This game loves RNG. So it's not great. I mean, it is a trash artifact, that, but it's the only crit damage circlet I've got. But let's go back to the flower. This isn't too bad. Basically, we just don't want to be rolling HP. Ideally, we want to be rolling... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. That's annoying. Wish there was a return button. That's it, isn't it? Right. Back to this. So when this gets to 8, one of those 4 stats will get boosted. We want it to be crit damage. We want it to be crit damage. It was attack. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Let's keep boosting this. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. They see me rolling. They hating. So when it gets to 12, my guess it's multiples of 4. Multiples of 4. I've run out of 3-star materials, obviously. So I can use this. This is going to level it up by 4 things. So this will take me over it. Come on. Crit damage. Right, so that hit a 2 times bonus, and it's hit HP and energy recharge. The energy recharge is alright. The HP is not alright. So that has become a near useless artifact as well. It's still got 4 to go, but I'm not going to persevere with that. I think what we need to do is we need to go to the domain and try and get some better artifacts. That is the only choice here. That is the only choice. Right. The Zhao Domain, as we are calling it, because that's what I said yesterday, and it's weird. Yeah, so this will probably be the last thing I do this evening. Thank you for joining. I knew it was going to be a lower turnout on the stream tonight because actually there's a lot of people playing football, as I said. So in future, if I do set up a regular schedule of streaming, I think it's going to be Saturday to Wednesday, 5 days. Saturday to Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday there won't be a stream. I think that's how it will run if I were to do that. But I've got to keep in my mind what the goal of this stream is, and that is to educate people about addiction in a way. And maybe that's not the goal. No, the goal is for me to voice my feelings towards addiction, my understanding of it, my recovery. And for people around me to gain a better understanding of what it is that I've been through and I'm going through. Because if I say it's about educating people about addiction, it sounds like I want you to believe what I believe, and I don't. I don't necessarily want that. I just want you to gain an insight in what I'm doing and how I'm recovering. That's what I want. So the goal of the stream is for people to gain an insight into how I'm recovering and how I'm doing. And it's a document. Nearly, it's like a diary, really, while playing a bit of Genshin Impact and other things. Sifu will be a really good stream. I'm thinking I might do that if we go forward with it. But we're going to have a day off tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. Then we might be back Saturday, maybe. I've got to have a think. Got to have a conversation with myself. Right, let's get in here. 4 of these. What can we get tonight? We are looking for purple. What's his actual name? Vermilion Hereafter. Purple one. Purple. Let's go for the 18. Yeah, I apologise for being a bit flat tonight. So I feel this has come a long way this week. I feel like last night was one of the best streams. It felt fun. It felt like a lot happened that was really positive. And I felt a bit flat tonight. Anyway, let's do this. Let's kick some. Whoa! 33,000 a tick. That's a lot. 88,000 is quite nice for my supportive character as well. Not too shabby. 33,000 a tick. I'll give that a clip. Give that a clip. Right, what can we roll? What can we roll? We're looking for a better crit damage circlet. We're looking for a better attack goblin. We're looking for better everything. We are looking for better everything. Come on. Circlet. Is this going to be a better crit damage circlet than last night? What are we saying? What are we saying? Let's look at this first. It's trash. It's got crit rate, but it's trash. Come on. Come on! Prof Dandini's feeling it with me. Healing bonus? No. I mean, that is absolutely useless. Rubbish. Right, anyway, let's walk out. Walk away. Because I'm farming for Zhao, so that is not an artifact that I need. 3 more. 3 more. Come on. Irishima say, if you have just joined the stream, you've come to the most exciting point, which is obviously when we're rolling for artifacts. Let's see how much we can get off of Ayaka this time. 31,000 a tick. That is big numbers. Didn't crit, but 13,000 to go. That's nice. Irishima say, if you have just joined the stream, we are rolling for Zhao artifacts. Boom. Quite quick, 50 seconds. Come on. Right, positive thinking, everybody. Positive thinking. We want some Zhao artifacts. We want anything purple. The colour purple. Is that a film? Is that a Prince film? Morris Day and the Time. Morris Day and the Time. Right. 3 to go. 3 condensed resin left. Something purple this way comes. Oh, double purples. Another circlet. I think we did like 3 days in a row where I didn't roll a circlet. We got the crit damage on yesterday. Is it going to be crit damage again today with better substats, probably, hopefully? Better substats. What have we got here? I think this is the goblet, isn't it? Defense. No, you're trash. Get out of my face. Crit rate. That is about my 6th or 7th crit rate circlet. Look at those stats. I mean, it couldn't get much worse. Flat defense, flat HP, and elemental mastery. Crit rate is good, but those substats are substandard. Right, come on, let's go again. 2 to go. 2 to go. Come on, Zhongli.
見切りました。魂よ、天心直送。踊りなさい。桜吹雪。
What happened there? Absolute Stitchorama. Oh, I'll take down this great big monster in regular way. That was ridiculous. Honestly, this game. But 14,000, that's a bit more regular, isn't it? Wow, she was taking some damage. Come on, Zhongli, where you at, huh? Where you at? This is taking forever. I think this is the longest run in this domain I've done. How long was that? 1 minute and 12. What a joke. What an absolute joke. All because that went a bit weird, didn't it? Ayaka's an amazing character, but that did show some of her limitation there. I did not enjoy that. Right, come on. What are we saying? Can't be another circlet, can it? Because we just rolled 2 circlets. Double purple we rolled last time. I mean, we're hoping for double purple again, but odds tell us it's probably going to be the other set, isn't it? That horrible jade green set. 2 condensed left. What are we getting? Yeah, look at that. Could have called it. So I don't need either of these. Attack with trash. HP with absolute trash. So, I mean, that is a trash set, and these are the examples of how trash that is. So, I mean, I'm not even going to talk about it. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. One more. But. Right, come on, Zhongli. Come on. Let's hope this goes a little bit better this time. Right, don't you mess this up this time. 28,000, not as strong as before. So we didn't do anything. 71, not too bad. What, she nearly died then? I'm getting to put Zhongli's shield on. I think that's the thing, I've come to rely on him so much. Seeing as the last one, let's just still walk off. See you later. See you later. Yeah. A lot of bad play there. A lot of really bad play. My head is elsewhere. Anyway. Okay, last roll. What we gonna get? What we gonna get? Half and half. Look at that. Defense, absolutely rubbish. This is the sands, isn't it? So we want attack. Attack sands with some good stats. It's defense with really pretty average. So yeah, that's been an absolute disappointment. I walk away from that feeling as flat as I did going in. That is sad. That's sad. Right, well, look at that. I haven't claimed my daily commission. That's unlike me, even though I've done it every day on this stream. Forgotten to claim. So I need to go in here, claim these. I need to go to Serenity Pot as well and claim the stuff in there because I've forgotten to do that a couple of days. I need to swap Shen here out of there because of... Wonderful. That's that. Claim here. No, not you. Claim here. Boom. And then Serenity Pot. So we go here. Yeah, if you haven't seen this mechanic in the game before, this is like a base building kind of thing. I need to remove one of the characters that I've got living here, Shenhe, because I've maxed out her friendship now. Oh, it's currently under maintenance. It's still under maintenance. They keep rewarding us, don't they, with stuff? Have they given us more again? No. I wonder what went wrong with it. I should probably read this and it'll tell me, but I probably can't be bothered. So I can't swap out Shenhe at the moment. That's not great, but whatever. It's not too bad. Tubby. Yeah, cool. Thanks. So I claim these. Look at all those coins I just haven't used. That's maxed out, so I do need to take her out, but there's still plenty in there that I'm getting friendship with. Up to 7 with Keqing and Yanfei, which is always nice. Now, I bought this last time and then forgot to get it, so I'm not going to risk that again. I should buy these, though. These are character level up materials. And I've got an obscene amount of coinage after all those maintenance issues that have gone wrong, so let's buy them all up. Buy them all up. That's weapon enhancement material. This is artifact enhancement material. And this is Mora. Might as well just get it just for the sake of it. I'm not going to buy that because I'll just forget to use it. Okay, right, so we're coming to the end of the stream. It's nearly an hour, slightly shorter than usual. I'm just trying to think if I've got anything left to do. Have I got enough to make a wish? By 5? Oh, we've got to be able to do something to get 5 Primo gems so I can make a wish. I don't want to do a whole quest. There's 40 on offer there. Oh, I'll tell you what I can do for 5 Primo gems. I can go to Liyue and I can get that waypoint marker there. Look at that. That'll give me 5 Primo gems, and then I've got 160 to make a wish. And imagine, after all this soul searching, and I guess it's fear. I think that's what I'm feeling. It's a little bit of fear inside me. Fear that this isn't the right thing to do. That's what's inside me. It's like earlier in the week, that just wasn't there. It wasn't nagging away inside me at all. It wasn't. This was entirely the right thing to do. When I woke up when was it? Thursday. Last Thursday, when I woke up and I just thought, I'm going to do this. It felt like it was the 100% correct thing to do. And now something has crept into me, some little seed of doubt. Because I've been so honest. And now I'm catastrophizing that my honesty is going to bring ruin. Can't catastrophize. Because that will drive me back to drinking. That's what it does. That's what catastrophizing does. It sends you back into a horrible spiral. So I can't catastrophize. I've got to be sure. I've got to be committed. But it doesn't mean that I don't have to evaluate this properly and work out whether it is the best course of action. I hope you felt that I've been committed this evening, because I have been in the moment. Let's do this. Boom. Teleport waypoint unlocked. 5 Primo gems. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you so much. There's another one up here to get as well. Look, save that for when I need them. I think your honesty has been incredibly refreshing, and fear is healthy when you're breaking habits and patterns. Yeah, thanks, man. You are an incredibly healthy person to have in this stream, Prof. Dandini. You definitely get it. You know what it's about, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Let's do a wish. I mean, the chance of this being... What did I do? One wish last night? It was a purple wish, so this is probably just going to be a 3-star wish. Imagine it's Venti, though. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. And just think to yourself. Venti. Think Venti. One wish. If I had one wish, I'd have a big enough for the whole world to kiss. Eminem. If I had $1 million, right, 160. Use the primos. One wish. I mean, there is a 98% chance this is just going to be a blue 3-star weapon. That's it. But there is a 0.3. Is it 0.3? I want to know what the number is. Sorry, you can't see this because I'm looking at a web page. The drop rate 0.6. Oh, I was doing it dirty. Is 0.6%. 0.6%. That's low, isn't it? That is really low. So the chances of this being Venti are minuscule. The chances of it being a 3-star weapon are massive. Those of you hearing this stream. Double what you thought it was. Yeah, exactly. It is double what I thought it was. I thought 0.3. But it's 0.6. Let's do it. No. 3-star weapon. I'm not even going to look. Don't even care. It's over. Right, well, that's it. Out Primo Gems. And we come to the end of the stream. 58 minutes. I think that's pretty good. I think lasting the hour tonight was important because I wanted to make it 7 days in a row. 7 days in the sun. 7 days in the sun? It's feeder, is it? Is that feeder? Yeah, I don't think this will be the last one. But it may be a bit different the next time you see me. Maybe a bit different. I've got to reevaluate. I've got to have a few conversations with myself and other people about what it can be, what I want it to be. But the last 7 days have given those of you that have come every night a good insight into what it's been like for last year and the change that I've done that I've made for the better, because that is the most important thing about it. Thank you for coming and joining this stream. Thank you if you followed. Thank you if you had fun. Thank you if you contributed in the chat. Thank you if you felt that you've watched it, got something from it and wanted to come back the next night, because I really enjoyed doing it. And that's the thing, that's why I don't want to stop, because I think it's really valuable and I think it does me good, because it means I think about things every day, reevaluate every day. But there is just a little bit of nagging doubt in me. A little bit of nagging doubt that makes me think it needs to be a little bit different. Prof Dandini, hope to see you Saturday. Yeah, man, hope to see you Saturday. Might be a bit early on Saturday. I was planning on doing it during the football, like 3 till 5 on Saturday, and making that a little bit of like a just chatting kind of stream. That was my idea, and we'll just have to see how the laptop goes and see if I can produce something along those lines. All right, thank you. Peace out. It's been another good one.